And back in 1962, when I was still in high school, it became obvious to me electricity was important, was becoming more and more important, and I wanted to be involved in it. Wasn't very good mechanically, my dad was, but I actually had a pretty good understanding of what was going on. So through a lot of special training by my mom and my dad, both who are passed now, they raised a pretty good son. And that son went to RPI, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, to get his electrical engineering degree. And that son also won a competitive co-op assignment with IBM, which helped me pay for my college years because my parents were quite very poor. I had an older brother, two younger sisters. And I went to IBM not only because it was close at home and I could save money, but my mother continuously pushed me to go to IBM. No one in our family was really there, and she, being the mother that she is, always wanted to talk about her kids and, you know, my son, the engineer, my son, whatever. So I went to IBM. Didn't think I was going to go back to IBM after my co-oping experience after I graduated from RPI. So I started with IBM in '64. I thought I would go west. My mother thought otherwise and convinced me to stay right where I was. Wanted to marry my high school sweetheart. So I stayed. I went to IBM on a full-time basis in 1967. And I stayed there, as you know, Rosemarie, through the good and the bad. We met during the bad, as you helped us reboot ourselves back in the early 90s. And then, you know, I graduated from IBM in 2008 with a lot of wonderful memories and hopefully, you know, a lot of good things done as the Executive Vice President for Innovation and Technology. And then I began, you know, I just moved on. I graduated, moved on, and took on a whole bunch of other roles, which we can certainly talk about. But how did it begin? I think it began because my father pushed me to be better than him, to change. And then my mother nurtured me to allow me to do that.